Hi guys, welcome back. So you may have caught my video on how to make the perfect latte the other day, and I'll put a link up above so you can definitely check that out. But today we're doing something a little different. We're doing a flat white, which is a popular drink in Australia, which is essentially the same thing as a latte, but in a shorter cup. So today, that's what we're doing. As with any great drink, you've got to have great fresh beans. Today I'm using fresh Brazilian beans that I roasted a few days ago. I realize I'm spilling a bunch here. I had raised my hand for the effect, but in hindsight, I should have probably kept my hand a little closer. And as with other drinks, I'll start by cleaning the portafilter first. The reason I do this is I want to ensure that I don't have any residue coffee from previous drinks that I've made. So the next thing I do is use my scale to ensure that I have a consistent dose to about 18 grams or so. So first I start by measuring the weight of the portafilter itself. Then I tare it, which means it goes back to 0. From there, I'll take the portafilter, get some coffee into the grinder, and then remeasure it. One thing I'm noticing is that after you make a certain number of drinks, the grinder on the Breville Barista Express seems to move and you have to adjust it to a finer setting. Are you experiencing the same thing? Let me know in the comments below. So here we go. We have the coffee. I'm measuring it now. I know you can't see it, but it was about 18.2 grams, which is a little higher than I wanted, but I know that's okay because I'm going to end up spilling some of that coffee as I'm tamping it. The grinder produces fluffy coffee, which is always great, but makes it a little difficult as far as tamping, so I always use my hand first just to get it even. Then I'm going with a palm distributor there to distribute the coffee through the basket, and then from there I'll use my tamper. And with that, I'll insert the portafilter into the group head and give it some time to warm up as I'm not beginning the extraction immediately. I'll actually start with steaming and frothing the milk first, then I'll do the extraction after. So showing you a great shot while steaming the milk is always challenging with the camera angle, but I'll do my best here. So always start with cold milk and a cold frothing pitcher and fill the frothing pitcher all the way to where it meets the V. That's generally the right place to steam the milk and also create latte art if that's what you're looking for. So to begin, I bury the tip deep into the milk, then I slowly lower my pitcher. This way you begin to hear the tearing sound of the milk, and that is the sound which means that you're introducing air into the milk and texturing the milk. Here you can see that the tip of the frothing wand is below the milk, and the reason it is below is because at this point I've introduced enough air. Now I'm only looking to steam the milk and warm it up. Notice how I changed the position of the frothing pitcher? The reason I do that is that I want the milk to be circulating into the frothing pitcher itself. That generally creates better texture. We're at a point now where it's too hot to handle the frothing pitcher, which gives me an indication that it's done. So I'll go ahead and turn off the steam, wait a couple of seconds, and then pull the frothing pitcher down. The reason I'm tapping the frothing pitcher down is to ensure there's no large bubbles remaining, and so by tapping it, it breaks that away. And then always don't forget to clean your steaming wand. And now the extraction, hoping for a 30-second shot from the first drip. By the way, if you're wondering about the coffee cups, they're Julius Maine, a coffee company out of Austria. I received them as a gift last year. They're 6 ounces, and I generally use them for flat whites and cappuccinos. The extraction definitely started a little slow, but it has picked up since, so should end up with about an ounce and a half of coffee into the cup. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do some latte art for you guys. No pressure, right? Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not my best work. I guess a little heart will have to do. As always, here's a close-up of the puck. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks.